Alright, so everybody, welcome to another Warframe video, and I was originally going to do something else today, but then as I was browsing the forums, I spotted this cheeky little thing. Kuva Lich changes coming soon, part 2. So let's talk about that. Now, this was originally supposed to come out this week, so probably later today, but then they decided to do some more testing, so it's most likely gonna come out next week. And I'm absolutely okay with that. I'm actually happy that they decided to do more testing instead of doing the railjack thing, which was basically, behold! It kind of doesn't work, but behold! It is fancy! So they sort of started off by saying that the Kuva Lich system was the least enjoyed edition of 2019, mainly because it just requires progressively more time and effort to make meaningful progress. And that's true, because when you first start off with the Lich system, yes, there is the massive grind wall that is the Requiem mods, but once you're past that, you're getting a bunch of new weapons and you might even get an ephemera, but once you get to a point like where I'm at right now, where I have 10 of the weapons, getting a new weapon takes a while. So they want to change that in addition to some other things as well. So probably the biggest change that's gonna come with this second set of changes, for me anyways, is that when you down a larveling, it will display the weapon the Lich will be equipped with if you were to kill the larveling. And in addition to that, if you decide not to kill the larveling because you don't want the weapon, you'll be rewarded 100 Kuva at the end of the mission. That is probably the best thing they could have done. That is like really good. I've heard people suggest that maybe you could use Kuva to reroll the weapon, or like the stat on the weapon, so the damage bonus would be better, which we'll get to in a second as well. But this is just great. You go into a mission, you down a larveling, damn, wrong weapon, let's try again, and you get a little bit of Kuva for your trouble. The next change has to do with the whole guessing the Requiem mod's wrong thing when attacking a Lich. So instead of the Lich just straight up breaking your back and killing you if you guess wrong, the system will remain pretty much the same, so you will still stab the Lich and it will check the Requiem mods, but if you fail, instead of the Lich just one-shotting you, he will just laugh at you and run away. So it's essentially still the same, except you're not gonna die every time you fail, which is actually really nice if you're leveling stuff in Lich missions, because you lose quite a bit of affinity when you die. And you know, it was also kind of annoying because there was no counterplay to this. You guess wrong, you die. That's it. And please correct me if I'm wrong on this, it didn't make sense. Like, what's the point of the Lich fighting you, actually like shooting you and using abilities, if he can just snap you in half? Why doesn't he just waltz up like, yoo-hoo, tenno, snappy time? Done. That's it. That's all he had to do. So yeah. Another good change. And the final big change has to do with the Valence Transfer Infusion. This is the system where you can take one Kuva weapon and fuse it into another one, so you don't have to form a new weapon if you get a better version of it. And it's essentially still that, you can still fuse two Kuva weapons together to save you some forma and stuff, but instead of it just swapping the stats from one Kuva weapon onto another, it will sort of combine them, giving you a better weapon at the end. They have an example with a Kuva Comb here, so if you have a Kuva Comb that has 25% of whatever damage type and you fuse it with a 40% comb, you will get a 44% comb, and if you then get another 25% comb and you fuse it with that 44% comb, you will get a 48.4% comb. This basically allows you to slowly upgrade your weapons by feeding it duplicates until it has the most bonus elemental damage possible, which is 60%. This is just brilliant. I love this, because now we'll be able to see what kind of weapon the larveling has, so you can decide whether you want to go for it or not, and if you do indeed decide to go for a duplicate, even if it does turn out to have a low elemental damage, you can still feed it to your better weapon to buff it. And that is a really good system. And finally, there are 3 smaller points as well. So they're gonna double the chance for a Lich to have an ephemera, which is great because they are extremely rare. Converted Liches will now stay longer, do more damage, and actually use their abilities when they appear in a mission to help you, which is good as well, because right now they are so incredibly rare, I forget that that mechanic exists in between the spawns, and they also do bugger all right now. And they're also gonna add 2 new Kuva weapons. And that is pretty much it, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.